Hello, Gemini. How are you? How fortuitous that your reading falls right before we have a full moon in Gemini. On the 4th of December, we will have a full moon in Gemini, 13 degrees of Gemini, which is right smack dab pretty much in the middle. And that means that they are squaring the lunar nodes. That full moon is squaring the lunar nodes, the moon and the sun. It's a massively interesting astrological event. This does make me feel like, Gemini is about communication, and this particular placement right in the middle of Gemini, and also, which is the second decan, and also squaring the lunar nodes. Oh my word. What that means is it's a T-square. And a T-square, there's pressure. Don't get me wrong. There's pressure here. Okay. And mostly the pressure is going to be about you seeing things clearly. Maybe you haven't for a while seen things clearly. So let's see what we get in the reading. I will talk more about the astrology as we get to the extended. Underneath is the lucky card. That's Sag energy. There's the full moon card. So I'm taking that. There's the Sag card too. Focus. Wow. Nature, spirits, and soulmate. So some of you are maybe a little bit out of sorts. Maybe you're not really seeing things clearly as it relates to a person or a soulmate. And this full moon is going to make everything obvious to you. All right. Good, bad, or indifferent. Right? You're just going to see things much more clearly. We've had Mercury in retrograde. Mercury's gone direct. Saturn has gone direct right in time for December. But the beginning of December is just a lot happening. There's just a lot going on. And so when we get to Capricorn time, right around the solstice, things should calm down. But I will say to you that this little lineup here feels to me like you're going to really see someone's true nature. Whatever that means to you. Okay? Whatever that means to you. It can also be that the true nature is being public for everyone to see. We have Sagittarius is in your 7th house of intimate partnerships, husbands, wives, business partners, and it's squaring the 10th house of reputation. 10th house of career. It's really how people see you publicly. And so if there's all this stuff going on in that 7th house, it's moving into Capricorn, which is the 8th house for you. And 8th house is about what goes on behind the scenes. This feels like something public is going to be happening. And then all of a sudden, everything goes underground or everything goes behind the scenes. All right. So hold on, buckle up, Buttercup. The Empress, 6 of Swords, King of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. I am seeing the 5 of Pentacles here. So there's quite a feeling here of trying to move on, but not really getting any traction at it. I also feel some of you are trying to move on from a water sign, or someone who, someone who you love. I feel like you're moving on from. There's a decision here. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. So the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Okay. And the 6 of Pentacles. My goodness. This is about this relationship. So I'm just going to move this over here. Let me lay out okay. 9 of Swords. This is the card of, this is the card of the second decan of Gemini. 9 of Swords says illumination. We're illuminating what's going on for you. Let me just, hold on. I'm going to make this a little brighter for myself so I can see. 9 of Swords, 8 of Wands. Okay. Somebody, could be you, Could be this sense of like, okay, I'm ending this. I'm moving on from this relationship. I feel lied to. I feel cheated on. I feel very low. I almost feel like you or the other person is overnight. It's like the Scrooge thing, right? They visited by three ghosts, and overnight having some kind of new epiphany enough to make a conversation and make a decision. All right. The Lover's card. This could be some of you getting a phone call or getting a text from somebody very much out of the blue. All right. Or you could be doing that to somebody else. You could have made a decision. Wow. An awakening. You're having an awakening, Gemini. The Queen of Swords, clarity, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, the Devil card. That's Capricorn. Make this tangible. Make this tangible. So some of you have had or are going to have an awakening. And it's coming in the middle of the night. So there's going to be some kind of conversation. You're going to wake up. It's just like a Christmas Carol. You're going to wake up. You'll be like, I got to talk to this person. All right. I'm going to clarify that a little bit. Could be you, could be the other person. Or you're receiving some information. You're receiving a call, receiving this person reaching out to you. They've had an awakening that's brought a lot of clarity. And this is a very spiritual connection. Now, why is this here? Let's clarify a couple things here. So the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Four of Wands. This felt really big to me. The Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Lovers. It felt like a conversation we're having that bring us to this precipice of making some kind of new decision in our lives. And I feel like the conversation that needs to be happening is very mundane. Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, boundaries, day-to-day routines. The Six of Wands is kind of like, I feel victorious, but like now we got to get real, because I think we're getting into Capricorn time. This could be happening very close to Capricorn time. So lots of planets moving through Sagittarius through your seventh house. And this could almost be like a negotiation. Okay. This could be a negotiation of what you want, what you need, what you expect. And the Four of Wands, I feel like you'll be victorious. What's this Devil card about then? Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Three of Wands, the Chariot, and the Justice card. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be having some kind of discussion about how things are going to work in a new couple, right? Or new couple, or there's a major decision being made here. How am I going to proceed? How am I going to work? You definitely have some victory here. And any kind of sticking point, when we get into the Capricorn time, I'm really seeing this Knight of Pentacles of like, okay, let's just slow it down. And I don't really feel like that one person is going faster than the other. It doesn't match. There's definitely some mismatch here because the Pentacles are the slowest and the Swords are the fastest. So there's some kind of mismatch here. There is a romantic connection between these two people, between you and another person. And I feel like somebody is slowing things down because they expect Cancer or Libra to show up. I see Taurus and Libra over here. Somebody's slowing somebody down, maybe because there's decisions are still needing to be made in the other person. One person's going really fast. The other person is like dragging their feet, like you read about. Okay. And there's going to be some kind of offer. And I feel like that offer binds you. This is like, Capricorn is kind of permanent. This is on your permanent record. Okay. There's no such thing. But I love saying it. So there's definitely some kind of expectation about like somebody rescuing you, or this feels very permanent. So slow, slow, slow. What's going on underneath here is kind of feels like there was some bad decisions made also, because there's 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and bad decisions made in the past, or there's a lot of sadness around when the decisions were made, when the first decision was made. Now we're like into a new territory here. We're making another decision, and boy howdy, is this permanent. So I better get this right. Okay, so 4 of Swords. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait. Some of you expect a Cancerian or Libran or a Virgo or Capricorn. Some of you expect Star, Aquarius, 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Fool. So, I feel like what happens, because these decisions are being made, that you're going to emerge with your heart intact. You're going to emerge from this with a healed heart. Okay. So whether it is that there is a reunion or that there's some kind of closure, the closure, that feels pretty good to me. I'm just going to jump ahead to Archangel Michael. Then we'll go to the extended. I'll talk more about the astrology so you can kind of get a better sense. All right. Focus on divine and perfect health. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Have confidence. God is in charge. Detach from the situation. Yeah. So there's a couple of situations going on here. This could all be one person dealing with one person, or this could be like, hey, something bad happened in the past the last time I had this kind of decision to make. I don't want to do anything permanent that's going to screw things up. The detach from the situation says to me that you might need to detach from this 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Detach from the bad stuff, 5 of Cups. Detach from the regret. Let go of this old hurt. Okay, let go of this old hurt. There is a new partnership being made here. And I feel like all of a sudden, like the old partnership, like rears up its ugly head. And I don't mean like that person shows up again. I mean, it comes up to you in your dream space that like, oh, wow. Like, let's just say the last one I got married, I didn't look at this person clearly. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't pay attention. Whatever it is, like, is the full moon in your sign of Gemini is the conversation that you're having with yourself in your inner world. And it is saying, hey, let's not do this again. These are the things. And like, you could be ruminating about it, because the reason this is happening is you got another shot at making a similar decision, and you don't want to screw that up. Can we agree on that? Okay. I'm going to continue on with this reading. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. This is about the new path, the new healed path. So this is going to be super powerful for you. This month is going to be super powerful. I'm glad I did this on the full moon in Gemini. I'll talk more about that too. All right. Link is below, Gemini. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.